The real question I have here, the people that have seen this movie, how many of you walked out saying, I want to drink out of a Voss water bottle? Because the representation of a Voss water bottle in this movie is outstanding. Smile 2 stars Naomi Scott and is about global pop sensation Skye Riley begins experiencing increasingly terrifying and unspeakable events. From writer and director Parker Finn, the man that brought you the original Smile movie, we are talking Smile 2. I'll be straight up, I was looking forward to this movie because of many reasons. First things first, I'm a fan of that original movie. I like this movie a lot. It's a movie that, honestly, I can tell you is when people say, like, Jacob, what's a really good scary movie to watch? I say Smile because it has a lot of really good jump scares. It's creepy. It has a good atmosphere. It's definitely a Halloween kind of movie. But that original Smile is honestly becoming a classic to the horror genre in the realm of smiling people being creepy. So for Smile 2 to bring in a whole new character, show that Naomi Scott is a pop star, which a bunch of people smile at her, that idea alone really sold me. But then you tell me Parker Finn's coming back and I'm like, okay, well, it just has the ingredients to be good. But most importantly, my special friend, she saw the first movie with me and she got very scared. And I was hoping for her to come with me tonight, and she did. And it was a great time because this movie, from her words, is scarier than the first one. So there you go. Smile 2 has got the approval of my friend. But what do I think about it? Let's begin with the positives. First things first. Parker Finn, sir, I want to see you do more. My goodness, the direction in this movie has it is such an improvement over the first one. And the first one was really well directed. His creative style and outlook on this story and how it's told and represented is honestly perfect. I loved the directing in this movie. The cinematography and the camera movement is so creepy, it's good. It is so well put together. The editing, the lighting, the sound mixing and sound design is literally a perfect horror movie. I want this in my own horror movie one day. I loved the sound mixing. And then you have an amazing score. The score behind this movie is powerful. And the character Naomi Scott's playing, her music is not that bad. I actually like that music. But the score is what I really loved. I think Parker Finn directed a hell of a movie, and the creative outlook of this movie is just, it was so pleasing to watch. Yes, the movie has big jump scares. Yes, people got scared in my theater, but I did sit there and was like, dude, this shot, oh my God, it turning like that in New York City and going upside down and then going towards a building and through a window to her at the door in perfect frame. Get out of here, Parker Finn. It was so well done. Speaking of well done, Naomi Scott. I'm not just saying this. She killed this role. Literally. She is fantastic. Naomi Scott is amazing in this movie. She's amazing. So her character is going through struggles and she's coming back for her world tour because she's a big singer. She has a past that people question without giving spoilers away. Now she's entering into the smile realm where people already look at her differently, and now she's seeing people smile at her, and it's not good on her part. But the movie also shows a little bit of flashbacks of her from a year ago, and she is so good at playing the same character in different times of the life that in certain scenes I was like, is that Naomi Scott? Because she is so good. Her acting ability of physically changing of a character while being the same character, I felt like I saw a complete change of a person in this movie due to her performance. Naomi Scott is fantastic. fantastic in this movie. The actress who plays her mom, who's also the manager in this movie, also very good. Lucas Gage, a very key character in this movie, he's very good. I mean, everyone in this movie does a very good job. There's a few people that feel a little over the top. I would say like maybe like the assistant, and it goes from like the comedic level, which this movie is. I'll give it credit. There's some times where I'm like, this is pretty funny. But then there's times where like it goes in with the scariness, and there's like a certain scene where someone takes someone's clothes off. I wasn't know if they were going for comedy or scary, but when they show a certain image, my friend, she was literally like looking down saying, nope, 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 nope. Because like I said, is the movie scary to all of you out there? I jumped 3 times, and there is like at least 10 jump scares in this movie, and they're good jump scares. They are very well done. There is many times in this movie where it makes you jump, and my friend, literally her legs go straight up in the air in one scene, which made me die laughing. This movie is such a good time with a group of friends. You got to see this with a packed crowd for this Halloween season. It is the perfect balance of just scary while being creative with great performances. Like, it is such a really good sequel. But that's the question. Is Smile 2 better than Smile 1? I think Smile 2 has a better plot because I like the idea of it being a singer with people who smile at her in the smile realm. It's just like a really cool idea. And I also think Naomi Scott's main character is just so interesting, and her performance is so strong that I loved watching her and this go through the story. But I think Smile 1 has a better cohesive story. So I like what the character and the story realm is in this one, but I think the first one told a story that felt stronger and more cohesive. So without getting into major spoilers, if you've seen the first one, you know that this demon thing plays with the person. Like, they might be seeing somebody or seeing something that isn't real. That is a major part in this movie. There are many scenes after watching the movie, you're like, was that real? Did that happen? Because by the end of this movie, it is a very dark ending, which I did expect, but I will say there are things now I'm like, when I watch this movie again, did this scene happen because of how it ended? So, with that being said, minor spoilers. Minor spoilers. I will not spoil, but I have to talk about something because it is an issue. There was something in the first one. This thing comes back in the second movie, but the thing is, in the first movie, it was a practical thing. This movie is CGI, and I did not think it worked as well as it did in the first one. It had some good shock value, and it had some very good gruesome imagery in this movie, but I don't think the representation of this thing was as good as it was in the first one. This one felt very CGI and more shock value, while the original felt more like it deserved to be in that story. This one felt like, oh, well, it was in the first one, we got to bring it back for the second one, and it didn't really work for me. And also, when it comes to the CGI overall, sometimes the CGI is a little noticeable. I do say that all the smiling effect, I couldn't tell if there was in this movie. It looked like a lot of just regular smiling people, which it creeped out my friend. So in the first one, I know they enhanced a few of the smiles, but in this movie, I really couldn't tell, which good for them. But when it came to the green screen, and like I said, this certain thing in the movie, it is very noticeable, but like I said, Parker Finn's direction, the cinematography, the score, the acting, it was really good in this movie, really good, and I enjoyed watching this movie in a theater with full of people getting scared. And like I said, I do think the first one is better told, a better told story. This movie picks up really close to the first one without spoiling it. I love the opening to this movie, especially with it being a one shot, which we all know it isn't. But this opening scene is really freaking cool. But again, I walk away from this movie saying I don't know if I love it more than the first one, but damn will I say I had a great time with this movie. I'm gonna give Smile 2 a B+. I think this grade could honestly go up after a second viewing because, again, it ends in a way to where there's a lot of stuff set up in this third act, which felt a little rushed. But then after you see the movie, now you have to question a lot of what did you just see and what was real. Again, I'm trying to say it without any spoilers, but if you've seen the first one, then you know the movie plays with the person of like what's real, what's not. This movie definitely does that in a way to where it could almost feel like this movie was like, did anything happen? Again, that's just, I don't want to get into any spoilers, but go see Smile 2 for Halloween. It's for sure a good movie to go see in Halloween season. Hope you guys enjoy this movie review, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, everybody.